Hello and welcome. My name is Lynn, and today I have an unboxing of a Papercraft Society box. I don't know exactly what number it is, but it's been curated or designed by Pretty Gets Gritty. And I actually received this a little while ago, but I just got in the mail the last portion of this. I'll tell you a little bit more about that later. At the moment, and I don't know when I'm going to post this video, hopefully soon, but the Craft Stash website where I purchased this, they're running the same sale again. It's a 2-for-1. So I'll try to get this video up really quickly, but when you see those deals, these boxes they're already fabulous. Value for money, but when they run those 2-for-1 sales, it's really, for me, just a no-brainer to pick up the kits that I don't have, because I am not a monthly subscriber to these box kits. So I've rearranged the items in the box so that I can fit as much as I can in the folio, and this wallet is just gorgeous. Oh look, I forget always that they have all the information that you need. So this is box number 28, Pretty Gets Gritty, from earlier this year. And these supplies will make a little bit more sense in context of what's in here. So I'm going to set those aside and I'll bring them back and explain them when we go through the folio wallet here. So we've got a nice little trifold, lots of goodies. And you can see you can fit quite a lot in here. This is, a portion of what is here usually is outside of this folio, but I was able to fit pretty much everything in here, except for those super dimensional items. So we have some pattern paper, and really love the colorway. Blue, teal in particular is my favorite color, so this box speaks to me for that reason. But I also really love that there are some florals, but by and large, there's a lot of geometric patterns and shapes. And I think this balances out my stash really well, because I feel like I have a lot of florals, I have a lot of critters, I have a lot of butterflies, I have a lot of cute characters, and what I don't have a lot of is some of your basics that I feel like are very universally appealing. And I think some of these patterns, some of the shapes, they work well for a really wide audience. And so that's why I really love them. And I think the Pretty Gets Gritty brand has a very strong sort of mixed media, feel, and you can see some of that in these gorgeous pattern papers. So in total, there are 8 sheets. And they're all different. Some of them are the same design, just different colorways. So for example, we have one in a gray tone and one in the blues and purples. And that's going to be true of a couple of these patterns here. So you do have them in 2 colorways. Actually, all of them. Yeah, so there's 4 patterns, each in 2 colorways. Really, really lovely. Also, you want to check, if you get this box, check the booklet, because there's going to be a website URL that you can go to, and that's where you'll be able to download more of these pattern papers, because you're not going to be able to buy these anywhere. There isn't sort of an extra, like add-on or, kit topper sort of deal that you'll be able to purchase more of the consumable supplies in this box kit, but the papers, at least, you can download them digitally and then print them out. And I love that some of these are just your basic kind of gray tones, because if you don't have a color printer, what you could do is just print it out in gray tones, and then you could ink over this and get your color that way. So I think that's always an option. Okay, so then alongside the pattern papers, we do get some solid color cardstock and we get that in 4 different colors. Again, 2 sheets in each color. These are solid core. If I had to guess, maybe 80 pound. The pattern paper is lighter weight, but I wouldn't say it's a computer paper. I would say this is more of a lightweight cardstock, maybe around 60 pound or so. So gorgeous papers. They coordinate really, really beautifully, and these are all A5 sheets. And so we have that. Then we have in this, I'll pull out actually the 2 A5 stamp sets that we get. And so we have this one and this one. And so here's what happened. Now this is so rare, but I got sorted out really quickly. So what happened was, when I opened my box, I actually got 2 of the same stamp set. And so what I'll do is I'll set this aside for a future giveaway. And I know it doesn't have, I'll try to find maybe a like a plastic sleeve to put this in, but the stamp set's gorgeous. So we think somebody out there might want this, even though it's not in, beautiful packaging, but I'm not going to use it. I'll leave it unused, set it aside for a giveaway. And when I contacted Craft Stash, they got back to me really, really quickly, and they were really wonderful, and they expedited actually the shipping of the second stamp set, the one that I was supposed to get. So these are the 2 that come in this box, and it's really fantastic. So you're going to see a lot of the same shapes and patterns that were in the pattern papers. And you have your florals, you have these sort of spirograph kind of designs. And if you're looking for inspiration for how to use these, there's no right or wrong. And that's the beautiful thing about mixed media. But if you're at a loss for how to start, just look to the pattern papers for some inspiration, because you can see a lot of the exact same or similar images. So here's the compass. There's sort of this spiral dotty pattern, so that's a little bit similar to this right here. There's this with the arrows and circles. You have that here. There's the single arrow. You have that. Some of the pattern papers had some florals, and you've got that there. So this is a great starting point if you're looking for ideas. Not necessarily to try to recreate it exactly, but just to jumpstart and get your creative juices flowing, because you can kind of see how they've sort of scattered, or the flowers sort of in this corner, and then in this bottom corner here you could do some ink blending to kind of create that effect as well, or maybe some watercolor or spritzing, anything you want. So and I think that pattern, not exactly, but this is a little bit reminiscent of that. So again, you're not going to exactly be able to recreate one for one the pattern paper designs, but you're going to get a lot more than what you see there, and some things that are similar enough so that you can get some inspiration and then take it from there. So really lovely, 2 really large stamp sets. Then we also get something that is pretty unique, and I'll save this. I'll use this to send that stamp set. So this might be a little bit hard to see, but it is a gel plate, and so it was really, really cool. I do have at this point I think 2 gel plates, one that is 8-inch round, which is fantastic, and another that is actually has a pattern to it. It's not just flat like this one. This is really nice. It's I think 5 by 7, but let me measure it. Yeah, so that's 5 5x7. So this is rather perfect if you're like me and you like to make cards. And in particular, mostly the size card that I make are US A2 size, so that's 4¼ by 5½. And so this size of gel plate is perfect for cutting down some panels for my cards and then creating prints off of them. And then it's just super easy to have some backgrounds ready to go for whenever I'm at a loss for ideas for my card making. And so this is a really nice, convenient size for that. And I sometimes do make 5x7 cards, so this would work well. I would cover the whole thing, but then I could trim off the edges if I wanted in order to have a bit of a matte border all the way around. So really, really fun gel plate that is a really, really nice tool to have in your stash. And so I think it's really fantastic that Craft Stash has been including more tools and different types of supplies in their box kits, so that you can kind of get a little taste for all these different crafts. So then we also have some stencils, which are really, really lovely. And here you'll find, again, some patterns that are reminiscent of the pattern papers that we saw earlier. So here's one design that was really similar, if not the same as this. It's a little bit larger than what's printed here. So that's lovely. We have this, which is actually two different designs, and you'll see some of these maybe in one of these. I thought I saw. Was it that? I'm not sure. But they're really lovely, different patterns that you can use. There's that, which is a little bit similar to that. Really kind of irregular boxes that sort of have that fading effect. And same with this. There's triangles, but there's a little bit of a fading effect where they get smaller and they're more widely spaced. And then the third one is this here. So again, you kind of have that fading effect, that gradient of these hexagons. And then here it's almost like 3D box kind of look to it. So these are really, really fun and give you just another tool to work with your gel plate, because you can always and I've been meaning to do more gel printing, and so this kit might come out a little bit sooner than what I was thinking initially, because it's been a while since I've done some gel printing and I'm sort of itching to do some more. So you can always check for more inspiration in this booklet, and there's going to be some really great step-by-step instructions for how to actually make some of the projects that you see in here. So if you see a project that you really love, there's going to be some instructions for how to recreate that. And they aren't all card projects too. A lot of times you'll see things that are maybe 3D makes, home decor, boxes, tags, things like that. So a good variety of projects to be inspired by. And then of course definitely check for that link. This is the booklet that will have the link to download more of the pattern paper if that's something that you want or need. And so that's what all I'm able to fit into the folio. Now with the gel plate, now some of these items might make a little bit more sense, because we have some acrylic paint in two colors. This is sort of a late sky blue, powder blue, and this is a kind of a Payne's gray, so it's like a very bluish greenish gray it looks like, at least from outside the bottle, which can be very different once you open it up and actually get it onto some paper. And then we have white gesso as well. So this is great if you're upcycling something and you need to maybe prime that surface so that it's ready to take on some paint. So gesso is really, really fantastic. You can use it on your gel plate and make prints off of it as well. Maybe just use it as you would use a white acrylic paint. May not be quite as opaque as like a titanium white, but it could work. Then with your media plate, a lot of times a brayer is really useful for applying your acrylic paints. So you would maybe take some acrylic paint and just kind of roll it across your gel plate in different directions, and you can create patterns like that. So it's a really nice free form experience to do gel printing, because there aren't really any rules. There are some techniques, but then you can sort of just let your creativity go wild, and you can use some stencils to both lift wet paint off of your gel plate or add paint through your stencils, and that's where the kind of that offset knife kind of works, because then you can sort of use your stencils and stencil some acrylic paint through it onto your plate. We've also got this really adorable little sponge dauber, which again, you could pounce through your stencil if you want, or just pounce right into your paint just to give it that different texture. And so really, really awesome. I remember the other Pretty Gets Gritty box that I have also has a mini brayer. I'm pretty sure I still have it. So that being the case, once I confirm that, I actually might set this aside as well to have in a giveaway. And so I think that will be something that I do, because I definitely don't need two. I might actually give away both of them because I like my big brayer, which I feel like it's going to cover this a lot more quickly and evenly. So I can probably, I can cover this in two. And so this brayer I really love. It's Speedball. It's and it's the soft rubber. So this works really, really beautifully. So I actually may give away both of my mini brayers. We'll just see when we when we get to that point. So that's everything that came in this kit. You're gonna get some this gel plate. Just having this is really fantastic value for money, and worth the full price cost of this kit, to be honest. There are gel plates out there that do sell for quite a pretty penny, and so to get one of these in here is really fantastic. I haven't used it obviously, so I don't know how this will compare to some of the other ones that I have. But I feel like it's going to be really nice quality, because everything that Papercraft Society puts out is of top quality. So there is our Papercraft Society box 28, curated by Pretty Gets Gritty, and a couple of goodies that I'll set aside for future giveaways. But lots of crafty fun in this one. I can't wait to just roll up my sleeves and get a little bit messy, which I really think is part of the fun of gel printing. So that's it for this box. Thanks for joining me today, and until next time, happy crafting and have a fantastic day. Bye!